This bike feels heavy. I'm back on a Honda VFR. It's an old one this time. It's 1990 VFR750 RC36. This is the second one of these I've actually owned. The last one, yeah, crashed that on the ice. But it's a nice hot sunny day today, so hopefully that won't happen. There's not many bikes on the road that have a V4, so it's kind of exclusive in that respect. A £600 bike can be exclusive. Yeah, it does make great noise. You've got the V4 motor, you've got the gear-driven cams. So it's a pretty trick motor in these things back in the day. But yeah, that was back in 1990. Shit's moved on a bit since then, and to be honest, I remember like 5 years ago when I had one of these things. I loved it. I thought, yeah, this is great, you know, you can throw it around B roads, it's nice and comfortable for cruising in. But after riding one again after 5 years, I don't know, it's definitely not a sport bike. It's pretty sporty for a sports tourer, but it's pretty slow. It's only 100 horsepower, I think it is. And when you got 220 odd kilos all around, that's not a lot. So my biggest issue with this bike at the moment is the tyres, Bridgestone pt1s, which are probably the worst tyre in the world ever. Even 12 years ago they were probably some of the worst tyres ever, and they haven't got any better in 12 years. Yeah, I think the carbs need balancing a little bit, because it does feel a little bit choppy. I'll get the power like there. Pretty upright. The bars are reasonably high, so you're not in this real extreme crouched tuck position. You're not too much bend in your knees. It's comfy. The seat padding goes all the way to the front, so your legs are actually like nicely padded against the tank, which is quite nice. The exhaust on this one isn't standard. It's a MIG pipe, but it's not loud enough. It needs to be louder. It needs to unleash that V4 noise. But other than that, for 600 quid, I can't really complain. It's still taken me a while to get back into riding this thing, because it's been a while since I've been on a VFR, like a bit 750. I've forgotten sort of how squidgy they are. You need to be quite smooth with them. Plane spotters. Must be some interesting planes out today. There's quite a few of them. What's going on down here then? I always seem to end up on like shitty little roads like this when I do these videos. I don't know why. It's because they're the only roads that people don't go down, and I just get bored of hanging around in traffic. And there's never any traffic on these roads. Oh shit! Gravel everywhere. But yeah, there's pretty good reason why no one comes on these roads, because they're shit. Yeah, I really need to get those carbs sorted out. Sliding around again. It's going to go that quickly. Wow. Smells a bit shitty around here. So yeah, we're going now into Cheddar Gorge, and as you can see, there's loads of traffic, which just ruins everything, really. People suck. Why can't people just stay at home on a Sunday? So this is just going to be the little overtake game. Assuming people leave big enough gaps between the cars, we should be able to get past a few of them. Like here, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, this bike doesn't like trail braking very much. It's a bit too much weight. I've got to be careful where all these tourists are. You just get people walking in the road and stuff. Whoa, fuck's sake, dude. What a prick. Cheddar Gorge, the mecca of hard cheese. It is quite famous for its cheese, cheddar specifically, which is probably the most popular of all the hard cheeses. What? There is a Costa coffee now in Cheddar Gorge. Whatever next. There'll be a McDonald's in one of the caves soon. I'm gonna go for it. Get past these guys. Lots of climbers. You get a lot of climbers around here. It's a cool place for climbing. I mean, look at this shit. Right. Nice. Oh, noble. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely you can definitely feel like this is a 25-year-old bike compared to something a lot more modern. Man, that diesel stinks. These tyres are horrible. Mr. Cyclist. This bike feels heavy. Remember how flickable this used to feel like when I used to ride one. Now it just feels like a fucking barge. You can't really ride this thing like a sport bike. I mean, well, you can, but it's really soft, so you just got to be really smooth with the transitions and stuff. Like jumping on and off the throttle and stuff just really upsets it. Trust those tyres. I don't keep going on about it, but they really are shit. It comes in suddenly this corner. There it is. I'm in the position now where all the kit I'm wearing is actually worth more than the bike I'm riding. It's probably worth like twice as much as my bike. So I'm more worried about crashing and damaging my equipment than I am my bike, because ultimately that's going to cost me more to replace. Don't do it. Thank you. I guess the thing I like about VFRs is it's probably the same thing that a lot of people find boring about them, I guess, is the fact that it's just does everything you want it to very easily. It's really predictable. Everything about it's just easy and predictable. It's not particularly surprising. There's no real big shocks really. It's all just fairly linear, predictable and smooth. Which, yeah, I can understand why people think it's boring, and to be honest, it does get a little bit boring sometimes. Like, there's some roads when you get on you think, I wish I was on a nice sport bike right now. But then, you know, for 75% of the rest of the time, when you're just cruising around like this, going between nice roads or cruising around town, I'm really glad that I'm on one of these, to be honest, because compared to a sport bike, yes, it is a compromise, but it's a compromise I'm prepared to accept. I quite like having a bike that's still got a little bit of sportiness to it and a bit of dynamic ability, but is comfortable and smooth and makes a nice noise. What's this guy on here then? Is that an MTO? It's one of the new MT09 touring things, isn't it? No, it's not. I don't know what that is. Triumph, maybe? I don't know. It looks a lot newer and a lot more impressive than what I'm riding anyway. I think it's a BMW maybe. See, I see a shaft drive there. So yeah, the VFR's always been kind of known as a good do-it-all bike. You know, it can tour, it can do sports riding, it can carry people and luggage. But it's not really a do-it-all bike, really, is it? Because it can't go off-road. You know, if it's a proper do-it-all bike, it'd be something like an adventure bike or something, which it's not. Or is it? Who knows? Maybe it can go off-road. And maybe we should find out. So yeah, let's do that. Let's take this thing off road.